Yo, what up? How is it going, my friends?
All right then.
Right. Small bed. Doesn't look very comfortable.
Sure.
Good night.
Finding it hard to sleep. As good a time as any for some reading, I guess.
Oh, good. You're still awake. What's the matter?
Something on your mind?
No, not in particular. Once we're back tomorrow, I'll sneak the formula back into Luis's room. Even if he suspected us, he'd never work out that we got to the capital and showed it to Rella in a single night. He won't find out about our mission.
If you say so. I should probably have Juno return any Magla keys we got on the Shredderist too, just to be safe. I'll give them to her later.
You know, I'm a bit surprised. I thought I was fine doing all that infiltration at Luis's place. Turns out I wasn't. Finally having others who know the truth, and having gotten to see my sister. I didn't realize how exhausted I am. And you personally saved me from danger back there. I'm terribly grateful to you. You're lucky, really. I'll have you know I'm rarely this candid. That's the forbidden text you mentioned in Luis's room, is it? I've seen him reading it from time to time. What's it like? Can I read a bit of it? The prevailing culture of the world is one of freedom in all things. No faith, fealty, or philosophy enforces ideology. All are free to create, and all are free to embrace those creations. This culture's influence spreads throughout the world. It is even said that a song of peace was powerful enough to bring an end to war. How inspiring. It's hard to imagine that a single song could be so influential. I wonder what the world would be like if a song really could reach all people's hearts. We Nydia, we're all liars, you know. Everyone told us we were inherently worthless. Just a fact of our birth. So I learned some glamours to make myself at least look valuable. This form. It's all just a fancy disguise, really. A gilded mask for the world to admire. Or not. No, do forgive me. That was all lies, lies, lies. I don't think it's necessarily a good idea to reveal yourself entirely. But you should always have the freedom to. If these new powers are to give form to my ideals, I want to create a world where we can appreciate each other's freedom. I'll make sure everyone hears that in my songs. No matter what happens.
Juno and I talked into the night.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Now, prepare to hear the race's next challenge. Let's find out where our fierce competitors are bound. To recap, the 20 candidates with the current highest approval on the King's Rock will be the only ones to proceed. All others will be disqualified. I'd say the results of the exhibition are sure to have spread by now. Let's have a look at the standings, shall we? In first place, the undisputed winner, Bane of of sea monsters and savior of the people, our very own Sanctifex Pardon! And the traitor Luis in second, despite not actually being in the race. But in third, we have the warrior monk captain, Master Guido! Furthermore...
In the end, everyone but Luis is just representing the Sanctus Church.
What's your point? I dare say that's a relief. We'll finally be done with all this chaos. A return to normalcy.
Ha! Normalcy. Funny how it's only the rich who miss how things used to be. But now Count Luis has the people behind him. He'll save the common man.
Yes, we're all keeping our ears out for a response from Luis's faction. But we do have one standout who's seen a stunning jump in popularity since the exhibition. The lad responsible for exposing the sins of the Sanctoress Joanna. Valiant human slayer. Yes, it's the young elder.
Right! Wasn't expecting that one. Nameless to famous in a single night. Just like that, he's in the top 20.
Oi, crier man, where's the windbag? The one what acted all high and mighty over a tiny human head.
Hey, boss.
Who? Oh, right, that Gladel or something. No sign of him, probably saw the writing on the wall and dropped out.
So it really was all talk then? A disgrace to the Rusum, hiding his inadequacy behind Luis's authority.
You alright, bruv?
But the boy candidate isn't the only one in the spotlight. We've a rising star by the name of Katharina. Some big ideas, that girl. I hear she plans to put a price on every wealthy head if she takes the throne.
Hell yeah. Well, wait a second, Bast. So she was sick, and now you're sick. I won't ask any further. Proud of you.
And what's wrong with that? If they're sitting on most of the kingdom's money, they can afford to hire a little extra security every day. Let them sweat it out.
Now here's a surprise. We've got a Mastari candidate still in the running. And my sources say they hail from, well, Verga Island.
A pagan island, eh? But they're filthy barbarians. Besides, nobody could compare to Lord Milo.
The final roundup's actually looking pretty diverse. We're just about ready to announce the next leg of the race.
Oh no, you didn't have to get that far, mate. I didn't want you to. I mean, I know I don't stream to anyone, but look at you. You meet her, you immediately get in a relationship. You're fucking going places fast, man. I mean, yeah, but...
And that's the bell! Thank you for waiting,
Still.
ladies and gents. It's time to begin the second round of the tournament for the throne! First of all, congratulations to the 20 who have won their places on the King's Rock.
Yeah.
You are now officially the winners of the first round. Let's give them a hand!
Good on you.
No sign of Luis. Even if he does plan to take over, suppose he's still not eager to play by their rules.
I haven't seen Juna this morning either.
I heard some nobles say she had a job suddenly come up. Better that the audience doesn't see her with us, anyway.
Now, at long last, we are ready to announce their next challenge. This time, the task for the candidates is recovering and offering a divine relic!
What? A relic?
Don't worry, we're happy to explain everything. You'll not want to forget this, so we've arranged for you to hear it from an unforgettable voice. To tell us more, please welcome to the stage our guide,
the fuck?
our songstress, the lovely Lady Juna!
Her sudden obligation revealed, I suppose.
Chosen heroes! Your next destination is Altabury Heights, the capital of the Principality of Montario. You are to gather there by the deadline, with a divine relic in hand to offer the Sanctus Church. Tragically, there are still heathens in this land who choose to reject Sanctism. They care nothing for salvation. They cling to strange idols, calling them divine relics, believing them gifts from their eldritch gods. But their rituals are unstable, and their relics just primitive magic tools. It is time we put an end to this misguided witchery. Take these relics from the pagan's grasp and bring them to the birthplace of Sanctism, Altabury Heights, in Montario. Please deliver them to their rightful place, in God's hands. May all our aspiring heroes be blessed with good fortune and the favor of God. I pray for your success.
Got a real presence before a crowd, doesn't she? Positively plucks at your heart.
Oh. Focus, Iceland, focus.
Oh, Iceland.
By the deadline of the second round, Altabury will begin the festivities for the autumnal Montario Saints' Day. This two-day event kicks off on Saints' Day Eve, with the main celebrations on the day proper. And this year's event will be historic. His Eminence, Sanctifex Forden, will be personally sealing the collection of the pagan relics. To celebrate, the songstress Juna will be dedicating a ceremonial song. You won't want to miss this, folks. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on my mark, let the second round of the Tournament for the Throne begin!
Okay, he said on its mark, and he's not said his mark yet.
They're unabashedly ordering them to steal relics from pagan land now. That's plunder. They would steal our very culture.
That candidate's a Mustari. Small wonder he's so aghast. Forden's stooping to a new low.
What do you mean?
By and large, the Mustari are a pagan people. Their relics are cultural touchstones, vital to their hearts and faiths. And Forden's just ordered us to loot them as we please.
But in our case, we won't even know what we're doing until Luis gives the order.
Either way, we're bound for Altabury. It's further east. We've a long trip ahead of us.
Oh, my shoulder hurts. I don't care if it's the Crown Theocracy. You'd think they'd ask me a little sooner than the morning of.
Still managed to put on a hell of a show for him. Lady Juna, Count Luis has sent for you. And you lot too, I suppose.
Looks like our first job's come in.
These men have me running all over.
Men.
We're back, Lord Luis.
Funny, isn't it? Since the Gladell incident, you've been inseparable from this gang.
Well, one has to keep one's chauffeur in line, don't you think?
Hey, heard you got a gig at the Sanctus Festival? Good on ya!
Thanks. Though I don't know if it's worth celebrating. Seems to me it's to keep Lord Luis in check. Putting me on stage the whole time might keep you from crashing their Saints' Day party.
And if we try anything, they'll use it as an excuse to blacklist you. Just the kind of shite you'd expect from those Sanctist stooges.
You need fear nothing. It is Forden who now stews in his dread. That he seeks the divine relics is common knowledge. But who would simply give up an idol on par with a god's reverence? He has all but commanded that we take it by force. The king's magic ruined his schemes. You humiliated him in the public eye. And in one desperate final grasp for authority, the fool has placed his fate in my hands. Forden's game will soon end. Let us at least give him the finale he deserves.
What are you planning to do?
What? Do you need to hear it repeated? I will give Forden his death.
And what of the king's magic?
You'll see soon enough. For now, you need only follow my orders. Your task is to obtain a certain divine relic on my behalf. The artifact in question is a lance known as Dracodius.
Dracodios. The Draco implies something to do with dragons, I presume?
Suffice to say, the lore behind this particular relic intrigues me. You will acquire it in time for Saint's Day, and bring it to me.
Pretty high stakes, my lord. You sure you want this crop of novices on the job?
Rest assured, my other agents have their own relics I've assigned them to pursue. I've no urgent need for this lance, nor for them, should they fail.
I'll go along and keep an eye on them, shall I? You can bet that if they try and run off with the relic, I'll put a stop to it.
You certainly are attached to them, aren't you?
Well, it's their first formal assignment in your service, after all. I can be your eyes and ears.
So be it then. You may act accordingly.
So, my lord, where can we find this fancy lance?
Find your clues elsewhere. You have nothing further from me. Prove you think as well as you fight. May we both find success in the pursuit of our shared vision.
Well, we're back at the inn. So far, the only thing we know for sure is that it's called the Dracodius.
All right.
I guess we've got no choice but to go somewhere else and try to gather more information. Let's go.
All right then.
Divine Lance, okay. I can't fast travel, which means we're going to run into an event.
Well met, eh?
Wonderful.
Or am I just talking to random people?
You are?
The Divine Lance, was it? That's some pagan crap, innit? Go ask one of them. Not a Calamar like me, eh? You seen any Mystari around here then? Someone who seems like they might know more about it? I told you, so I didn't know anything, didn't I? Find a ground and you can bet there'll be a Mystari or two there. Now bugger off. I think they might avoid crowds of people, for being honest. Maybe it's worth checking a tavern or something. Say less. People. Mystari. Oh, the things with the boxes on their heads. I didn't realise that was a Mystari.
Hey, listen.
I don't see any Mystari. I can talk to this person. Can I talk to anyone else?
I'm just incredulous.
Hey!
Excuse me.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, it's you two. Why address me while I'm enjoying a meal? I'm a customer of the tavern. I have no obligation to respond to any unfamiliar faces. If you want to know something, it's common sense to ask an employee first. Do you disagree? No,
sure.
I don't. Well then, let's talk to the lady who owns the place. Glad you understand. Good day to you.
I'm just
Hey, listen.
incredulous.
Huh?
No, help you. Sometimes when you're not here to eat. Divine Lance. Not sure I'm the best person to ask about that sort of thing. No, wait. Someone outside was rambling on about that just a bit ago. Had a large mask on. Must have been Mystari. He seemed awfully bothered about it. He was bothered about the lance. Sounds like he may know something. Any idea where he went? I believe he mentioned something about taking a boat to the island. He must be headed toward the coast by the Merchant's Bazaar, wouldn't you say?
Okay, so...
If we hurry, we might be able to catch him. Let's head for Merchant's Bazaar.
All right then. Go.
Head to these nuts, innit? Oh, la, la, la.
Young man.
Right. Person with a box on their head.
Wonderful.
What now?
But that's...
Young man! Young man!
Young man!
Now what am I to do? Well
Whoa.
met, eh?
Check this out.
Hey, that Mustari over there.
I can't believe this. He would have them all take what they please. This same atrocity all over again. Damn him, and damn his crown theocracy.
He's in quite a state. Though I can hardly blame him, with everyone ordered to ransack his homeland. For now, how to approach him?
They've really crossed a line.
Wait. You're not with the Sanctus Church. One of the few who aren't, it seems.
I don't know much about divine relics, but I know all too well what it's like to see your homeland threatened.
The divine relics are symbols of our faith. More than that, they are the soul of our culture, our history.
Followers of the old native beliefs worship idols that are known to conduct magic, which they call divine relics. But unlike the igniters of modern times, they are primitive in make and function, and often dangerous. So said my studies, at least.
Oh, far from it. Divine relics aren't primitive in the least. That's just Sanctus propaganda. Really, it's the opposite. Most of these relics are powerful beyond belief, and igniters are just our crude imitations of them. If you'd ever seen one yourself, you'd know the difference. They don't call them divine for nothing. With powers like that, they might as well have come from the gods.
You're that songstress. Didn't expect to hear all this from you, after what you said for the crowd.
Well, a job's a job. But as I'm sure you're aware, pagans aren't the only ones oppressed by the church.
You really are well informed. And it sounds like you know something of oppression. Did you perhaps come from the Mage Academy?
Details, darling. I've seen abuse of powers before, and I'd rather not see it again.
The other candidates seem bent on taking relics by any means necessary. But you all seem different.
To be fair, we are looking for one. The only relic we know by name right now is Draco Dios.
The Lance of the Dragon God. So that's why you came up to me. I suppose anyone would want our homeland's greatest treasure. The Lance is no secret we're trying to hide. Truly, I hope mainlanders come by the scores to see it. Our village is on an island in the World Tree's embrace, where the Dragon God sleeps. On a clear day, you can see it from this land.
An island across the ocean. You mean Verga Island, then? 'Tis a large island in the inland sea. Most of its inhabitants are Mustari, and it remains the only place in the land where Sanctism has not taken root.
I'm not out to abolish Sanctism myself. I just don't want everything we believe in to be destroyed.
So that's why you're in this race.
I thought I could change the world. And then I saw the truth. What a fool I was. I've not introduced myself yet, have I? My name is Edeni.
Edeni.
Take my advice. Forget about Dracodios. We can't hand it over, and you'll never reach it anyway.
What do you mean?
No ship would carry you there, among the first of many reasons. Even so, it's no place for an outsider. It's time I stopped chasing a fool's dream. I need to face reality. And if you're smart, you'll do the same.
Well, sounds like Draco Dios is on Verga Island somewhere.
Is there really no ship passage there? This is the biggest port in the kingdom.
Lance of the Dragon God, where the Dragon God sleeps.
'Tis true. His words reminded me. Thanks to both sea currents and cultural tensions, the only merchant ships passing Verga Island embark from Montario.
But Montario's on the other side of the bloody sea. You can't seriously be suggesting we go there first and then loop back to Verga. We'd never make the deadline.
Then let's ballywell conquer this inland sea ourselves. Ha ha ha! Don't worry, chums. I'm on the job.
Everyone's just like thinking
You
emoji
worried about
scratching
Lady
their head.
Juna? Actually asking this time, not just prodding.
Shut up.
Tell. You still don't trust them, do you?
How can I? We've only known them for a matter of days. Look, The whole Gladell mess, you really think they're innocent?
Then let's go with them, yeah? Me and you. You do whatever makes sense to you, Del. You know I'll follow wherever you go.
You never could keep your mouth shut, eh?
What the?
Wait a second. You're not saying this thing can sail now?
Quite right. While you lot were hobnobbing at old Luis's soiree, I had his runner all to myself. And believe you me, I got quite an eyeful. Came away full of ideas. After all, this old girl wasn't designed as a land runner alone. All about modular design, don't you know? Flexible jointage. So I did a bit of tinkering.
But why? We'd not even spoken of the island until moments ago.
Island Schmeiland, milady. Look at the map. What's our shortest route to Montario, eh? A straight shot through the inland sea.
Huh. The man has a point. That never dawned on me.
Besides, I've kept my ears open, what? Here there be monsters and all that rot? You'll need more than a ship for these waters. You'll need a proper sea runner.
Oh, right! Nearest, you weren't at the exhibition, so you wouldn't know. Forden already killed the big sea monster out there. It had a huge head.
Really? Don't tell me you're making the trip in that.
Why are you two here?
Bodyguard duty, Lady Juna. We're along for the ride, especially since you're bound for some remote wild island.
These poor newcomers are working so hard and you still can't trust them. Or is it me you don't trust?
We're here on Master Luis's orders. I'm sure I don't have to outline the pecking order there. Or do you have a problem with us being around?
Rather, we're running short on beds.
Oh, don't worry. Del doesn't take up as much space as me.
Oh, belt up. Besides, you really expect this rust bucket to survive a night at sea?
If you don't like it, leave. Nobody's forcing you to come.
Looks like we're crewmates then. Not unlike a sea voyage for a bit of fun, yeah?
This is a fine mess. Wasn't expecting them along. What do you think their angle is?
They probably still suspect us.
I agree. We definitely crossed a line with the whole Gladell incident.
Suppose that's that, eh? I'll do a last check on her amphibials, make sure she's shipshape. Give me a shout when you're ready.
Well, it doesn't matter if they put the fucking ship back. What does it matter if they come along or not?
Let's go see.
Yeah, I wanted to see if there's any. Fuck off then.
All right then.
That guy just nutted.
What now?
Who needs archetype experience? Let's give it to Heisme. Why not? Am I right? Woohoo! Right, let me save. Me babbers.
Ready to depart?
Don't think so. Let's go. Just got a hold of the chart with the route. We're all set for our trip to Virga Island. Now then, let's set sail for new lands. Oh, Christ.
Virga Island is this spot right here. Wonder how many days away it is.
Ouch.
This place here.
Oh.
Seems like an odd route to get to Virgo Island. Can't just go straight. The region's currents are a right pain, Miguel. We must go around and across them lest they carry us off course. By my reckoning, it'll take us 4 days, 3 nights, give or take. 3 nights at sea, eh? No stroking, Adler. With Juno and her 2 thorns on our side, tensions may be high. Oh, nothing to do but move forward. Jolly good. Rest assured, I'll get us through these ways to Virgo Island gently as can be. I wonder if these two are bonds.
Tis actually moving. A fine effort.
Was it ever in doubt? You're the master at the helm, my dear.
Virga Island, eh? Well, I can say it's wholly foreign to me.
'Tis a land within an archipelago, where many Mustari live. I've heard their faith involves a special maiden of some kind.
How have they managed to avoid the church's influence? I doubt they've the manpower or arms to fend off the crown theocracy.
There's something there that could overturn history, as the Sanctists tell it. Something so damning they couldn't even afford their soldiers seeing it. So the rumors say, at least. Might just be a conspiracy theory.
As for this dragon god's lance, we shall need to negotiate.
If negotiations are even on the table.
Ugh, why all the fuss? Just kill them and take it.
Nothing else works, yeah? Keep it simple.
It's always kill, kill, kill with you two.
Hey, Lord Luis's orders. Don't need to tell you, do I?
Yet you'd impugn Count Luis's reputation with wanton massacre. Simple, was it?
Ugh, give it a rest. Are we there yet?
Hard to talk strategy with those two hanging around.
Ladies and gentlemen, feast your ears on this! The elder boy candidate seems to have crossed the channel to the island! On a gauntlet runner, too!
Is he alright? They say the waters are clear amongst us now, but...
If he made it, that means my husband can go out fishing again, doesn't it?
I have to say, I expected at least one daredevil to try ploughing straight through the inner sea, but I never thought it'd be that boy.
That's the same lad who exposed that lady from Martira, isn't it? He's not bad.
But Virga Island's infamous people. Treacherous! Even the crown theocracy struggled with them for years. So how will this shake out? The festivities have just begun.
The Gauntlet Runner takes to the water in its new form, setting out to the wide open sea. Their destination, Virga Island, an enigmatic foreign land that not even the long arm of Sanctism can reach.
And we've got a pair of wow puppies along with us.
Themselves as allies. Will this prove difficult, or something else entirely?
Eurus speaking.
Come in. I'm just voice echoing out of anything. Might as well he's got his fishing gear laid out on the deck. Keen on learning, ask him. Can't promise I'll stop if you slip overboard though, so careful. Ha! Ah. 3 days to revive Virgo Island, I think. Having Juno and those brothers around has certainly made the Gauntlet Runner livelier.
Alright then.
Well, we got to try fishing. At least once, anyway. Here's the legend.
Oh, jeez.
This Heisman's fishing gear. I wonder if he's going to do some fishing. We can catch some fish. We can use them to cook. Want to fish for a bit?
Understood.
Okay, I'll go get a Heisman.
The truth is...
Indeed, I thought I'd do some fishing, but I don't have any good bait. Do you have anything that might work? I don't know. Gas or bait, I see. This should bring them in for sure. Let's do some fishing. Nothing biting. Perhaps if the bait were moving. Give it a waggle.
True.
Alright, let me give it a try.
The fight is on.
What? A bite, and it's a strong one, but I'm stronger.
Yeah.
Oh, just look at all this. Look at this hole. Well, thanks to you, of course.
Here we go.
Tension and strategy lurk beneath the surface. Calm. That's what makes fishing such a beloved pastime. The results hardly matter. In fact, don't bother asking how many are caught. Well, that's what I hate to say it. Thanks for the time and call it a day.
As the sun dips below the horizon and the stars begin to reflect off the water's surface, the gauntlet runner reaches the shore. Lurking below the surface, in the black and fathomless deep, are the eager eyes of predatory hunters. But the party, safe inside their gauntlet runner, relaxes from the burdens of their voyage, gazing out over calm waters.
Alright, 3 days from now. We're being watched. Be careful with what you say.
Alright then.
So, 3 imaginations. 4 imaginations. Wow, they really want me to up the fucking imagination stat, don't they? Wow, I might as well.
Alright then.
Can I cook?
Let's go!
Let him cook! Oh, wasn't I supposed to make something with some milk? Hang on. Could also be this. Let's go with the one of the stew.
Let's check.
Hey.
Yeah.
Even so. Got it? Got it.
Excuse me. All the same shit. Banana.
Let's not.
Alright then.
Let's go.
What now?
Huh. Funnily enough. Oh, it's because we don't have Wandler yet. So is it not Juna and then I don't know.
Oh my.
Oh, but isn't Captain? I'm so bored and I'm just not in the mood to sing. Sure it'd be nice to have someone to talk to. From the past, the planning for the future with Juna, moving home my imagination. So now we have to find the Mystari tribe's divine relic. Isn't that fabulous? Calling this an absurd demand would be an understatement. I must admit, if we can handle this, then Luis will never acknowledge us. Oh, if we can't, right, we absolutely must succeed.
Alright.
Let's get out there and do some relic hunting. Aren't you the happy warrior? So enthusiastic in the face of long odds. Glad we're on the same page there. I'm just happy to have this opportunity to fight alongside you. Living under Luis's foot was a lonely place to be, you know. I've held my ground thus far, though, if I'm honest. I was scared the whole time. I had to talk myself into keeping a stiff upper lip, so to say. But being past that, I feel more hope than I ever have, and I'm not alone anymore. I have faith that we'll save the prince.
Alright.
Oh, shit. 6 points. Staying up late is terrible for your skin, but seeing as we're already at it, why don't we chat a bit longer? Excuse me. You and I talked for a while, do you know even?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Oh, goodness.
This mugginess is my worst enemy. Don't mind the ocean, but being at sea makes my hair 10 times harder to manage.
Sure.
I don't know exactly... I know exactly what you mean. The salty air makes it so much worse. Hey, Hulkenberg, what do you do with your hair at sea?
Yes.
I find that the sweat built up by swinging a weapon quickly relieves one of concern over such trifling matters. Speaking of, would you care to spar, Gina? Oh, I don't think so. I'm quite the wrong person for that, in fact. I'll tell you what, if I find anyone to help comb out these knots, see if I can find you a sparring partner. They say the island is barbaric, but I wonder what it will really be like.
Alright. Let's head there right away.
Let's go make some more meals. Now the other one that used the milk was this. Oh, and that. But we don't have Lord of the Lake, so...
Now then.
I've read tell that you mean to cook with dough today. In that case, you were right to summon me. Dough is a most delicate ingredient, and those who lack experience often go afoul of it. But you're in luck today, lad, for I was raised in the grain belt, and our dough shall rise to my standards. I followed Heismo's lead and began kneading the flour into dough. Allowing to demonstrate the proper technique, like this and that. Why do you idle? Come, show me your conviction.
Don't lose focus.
This is no time to rest. Shall we err in either time or heat, all our efforts will thus far will be for naught. Wow! Breathe the fluffiest bread I've ever seen.
In days gone by,
And I present to you a taste of my hometown with this benevolent bread. Prepare yourself, you are not ready.
Alright then.
Okay, let's
go.
See what books are available. Top secret poetry, do not read. Bold block letters span the cover, do not read. Someone tells me this is Juna's creative journal. I haven't read it yet. Probably something Juna wrote herself. It says not to read it, but doesn't that just want to make you look inside more? Courage.
Alright then.
Oh fuck. Wrong one. Oh fuck. Yeah, why not? Clusters of cryptic phrases and abstract drawings fill the pages. Is this written in some sort of trance? The difference between moonlight and starlight, the difference between me and you, the difference between love and romance. Inquiries like these flood the pages. I don't know why, but reading through this has got me in a cold sweat. Shivers are running down my spine. Well, we can certainly say that artistic expression is a serious business for Juna. I feel like glimpsing Juna's raw creative passion increased my courage.
Now then.
Courage. Why, that's...
Come look at this!
Oh, you lot aren't going to believe the view I'm seeing outside. I'm hitting the brakes.
The gauntlet runner halts at a sandy hollow that suddenly arises from the sea. The towering seawall. It is not an island or a reef, but a mass of sand expanding below sea level. There is no sign of a water flow. There are many places in Oceania where the laws of nature fail, but here it is especially evident.
Oh,
the
excuse
surface
me.
drops as though it were gouged out. Still, best not to be distracted by the spectacular. Monsters roam the deep, and tales of people being dragged below are not uncommon.
Incredible!
Wow, the sea's been split in two and we're standing on the seafloor.
Well,
This is what magma anomalies are capable of. It's the same principle that maintains the water sphere in Browhaven, but by Jove, this is on a whole level entirely.
Oi!
Dale, are you sure about all this? This water ain't about to come down on us, is it? Kent, do you know how to swim, Basilio? Listen, mate, you'd best keep your nose out of a place where it don't belong. Look, there's fish swimming in the wall of water. I've never seen such shiny fish.
Huh?
Hulkenberg, what are you doing?
Enough.
You're not thinking of spearfishing around through the seawall, are you? I was merely considering how I would secure today's allotment of rations. She'd eat those weird-looking fish without a second thought. I suspect the weird luminescence is a defense mechanism. They gather together in the depths and shine to ward off predators. So weaklings that they are, they travel together in a group. What does that remind you of? Must you sling barbs at every opportunity? It's exhausting. Besides, it's only natural for those lower on the food chain to seek advantages that compensate for weakness. I say, those shiny skulls are as excellent dice. Welcome, girl. Be sure to catch some extra. I'll need a few specimens to dissect.
That is well.
As you wish. I shall catch enough that we should all dine well. I would rather you didn't. The supplies we receive in town more than meet our needs. Besides, the sky looks ominous. A storm likely approaches.
I see.
If that is the consensus, then let's head back. I feel not the least bit of regret, I assure you.
Let's go.
He's got a point. The seawall might even collapse in the rain, and I'd rather not stay to find out.
Alright.
Wisdom. There you go, lad. A drawing of the seawall. I made sure all that the glowing fish were depicted as true to life as my hand allows.
As the water sparkling in the setting sun begins to lose the light shimmer, the gauntlet runner reaches the calm surface of the reef. Yet the day draws to an end, and all are left to wonder how to spend the evening hours.
Just play this game. Easy.
What terrible rain. Twill be a storm soon enough. Can this vessel withstand it?
It's doing better than me, at least. Suppose we do owe Forden, if only because he handled that sea monster. Closure, etc.
Did we hit a rock out there or something? Back in a mo, I'll go sneak a look outside.
Uh-oh.
Those fool brothers are still abed, even in this tempest. Bloody Parapus. Almost makes one envy them.
Right, I heard. You aren't too fond of the Parapus. They both had horrible upbringings, those two. But they really do have kind hearts behind the glares. They've risked their lives for mine countless times. One time, I asked what I could do to repay them, and they came over all red-faced. We'd like to hear you sing, Lady Juna. Your voice is awful pretty, Lady Juna.
Is this a joke to you? You think an outcast Chief is in no position to speak ill of the Paripus?
What? No. I didn't mean...
Bloody hell, how does anyone sleep on this old bucket? You feel that shaking earlier? Huh? Could cut the air in here with a knife. What were you two on about?
Everyone's life stories, I suppose.
Indeed. Talking about how I dislike the Paripus.
You and the rest of the world. Or do you think you're special?
We don't have to keep dancing around it, do we, Del? Why can't we be straight with him? Just come out with it, yeah? Tell him you still ain't sure that stuff with Glottel was on the level.
If even we're suspicious, there's no way Lord Luis hasn't worked it out already. Not that it matters to me, anyway. Still, I had to make sure, see for myself whether Lady Juna is on our side or not.
Come on, you two.
Ah! Something's out there! Look outside! It's a monster! A great briny beast! Everyone to the deck! Quick!
So forward and bullshit, I guess.
Our prep.
Head to the deck once we're prepared. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna save, but I'm as prepped as I can be. So yeah, my guess is that fucking Fordham made up a load of bollocks, and the sea monster's actually alive.
What is that thing?
The hell are you doing? This is supposed to be you helping those in need. Oi, Del!
Now! Hurry!
Wait, it has a crown.
You realize this changes nothing. We're still...
What the?
Is that a human?
Oh shit!
Don't charge straight at it. We've got the arms. We'll clear him out of the way.
Got it. If we don't kill the thing, we're all sunk.
Don't get used to it.
Yeah! Come on over there!
Now's our chance!
We'll slice up some more of the bastard's legs, stick to the body, and take out what limbs you can. I don't know about you, but I'm not dying today. Let's get this over with.
If this keeps up, the runner's wrecked! Can we get those giant legs off us?
So trying party members. Yeah, what the fuck's Juno doing here? Get the fuck out of here!
The rest is
I
yours.
won't fail you.
I can't afford to hold back.
Ooh, this looks like
Are
a
you
perfect
prepared?
chance to do some raging edge. Do some edging.
Tougher than I thought.
Oh
Show you the
my
F-finest
god!
Roar!
I stand. That should make things a little easier on us.
Let's do this.
I will protect you.
I knew you'd help. Helpful as ever.
Much thanks.
Only a flesh wound.
How happened there?
Face me!
Ooh,
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
no steel. I mean, we could, there's no way this works, right? I'm gonna try this.
Rancor!
With these, I shall vanquish evil. I'll cut
Like
you
this?
down.
Bam.
This.
Oh, crits as well. Jesus. It lost all over the weekend.
Let's come forth,
Okay.
royal soul.
Do we don't know. I'm gonna assume it's weak to lightning.
You hit their weakness.
Fucking good guess.
That's your opening, Captain.
Well, let's do this then.
Attack! Break their
My
formation!
thanks.
Oh, power of kings!
Now, no holding back! I'll crush you!
Right on target!
Holy fuck!
Wizard! Roar!
Holy shit!
Not bad.
We fucking powered up big time.
I feel stronger.
Power can be so intoxicating.
Okay.
We overcame it somehow.
I can't believe this! There are still monsters out here! Forden lied! He lied to everybody!
Either he lied, or he didn't know. Maybe the humans are spreading faster than anyone expected.
Oh, first time we've seen you lot really cut loose. That sure was magic, even with no igniters. Guess that's the kind of power that kills humans. And you can do it too, Lady Juna.
Well, I picked it up from him. You know I've a knack for improvising, love. But we'd never have gotten through this without you two helping us. Thank you.
Of course, my lady.
You too, Fidelio.
Don't mention it. Wouldn't have survived otherwise.
Wait, something's amiss. I still hear water flowing, but it's coming from inside the runner.
Blast! We're dipping awfully low. Getting a bit soggy in here, chums.
Hold on, we're sinking. You've got to be kidding.
Bail the water. You two, help us.
What? You can't just order us. Oh, this bloody rust bucket.
I got a feeling that the last three bonds are Lady Juna. Oh my god, I'm calling her Lady Juna, and then those two. I just got a feeling, you know. I could be wrong, but. That was a long day yesterday, huh? I'm glad that we lived to see another morning. I'm very happy that we survived and are still afloat, but after bailing all that water out, it would seem that my poor back is a casualty of the incident. You really came through in a pinch, I must say. So thanks to you that my dear girl is well and safe. Must repay those old bones of yours for their sterling service.
You're right.
Too true. Maybe a day off would get those brothers to lighten up a bit too. How about it, darlings? Let's take a day to just relax and watch the ocean.
Come on.
Managed to defeat the monsters, so why not thank everyone for their efforts? Times like this, people tend to open up more. Oh. I can spend time with Gallica. Where is everyone? Well, let's go to the kitchen and cook something first. Well, I'm going to talk to Gallica then. Can I come look with you? Oh, come on. I wasn't going to snap at you to buzz off or anything.
Okay then.
Oh, come on. Let's go to the special sitting spot like always. Think of the ocean view. The sun feels so nice, doesn't it? The sea feels way different from yesterday. I don't think we'll be seeing any of those monsters.
That reminds me.
There was a rumour about a tribe of fish people living out here, but it was probably just that monster.
Hold on.
What do you mean, tribe of fish people? Like a village of walking fish, or something like that? I think it's just some tall tale, but it's intriguing, isn't it? With the sea, I really feel anything can happen. The depth, the waves, the tidal currents, it's just swimming with mysteries.
Hey!
I mean, for sure it's chock full of those unknown creatures, you know? Sounds delightful.
Thanks.
For not making fun of me for what I just said. Often we fairies get treated like mere superstitions too. It's because we hide ourselves so we're not found, but sometimes it feels like we're outsiders. Like everyone totally forgets we exist. It's not like I want special treatment or anything, I just want people to see me as me. But I'm grateful because you do. That's why I'm able to resist thinking things like I'm so small and insignificant.
It'll be fine.
You're not insignificant at all, Gallica.
Yep.
I know. And what I'm bearing is bigger than any of those doubters out there, right?
Hey there.
Yeah, you can have this. Just something I picked up on the deck this morning. Oh, wow. There's fish people. Their scales are supposed to be rainbow. With this move, you still believe they aren't just superstition. Probably came from that monster, but pretty things are pretty. The sea is like a mother. Everyone's mother. It's the place we were all born. So I'm sure it's still got more miracles it's hiding. It's getting dark.
Let's call it.
I think Nurse is looking for a place we can camp out. Let's get ready to.
As the clear surface gives way to
check
the
out that
glassy
island.
ink of darkness, the gauntlet runner reaches a remote island. The party gets a good night's rest, grateful for the still land that does not sway them at its whims.
What to pick?
Finally done spending nights at sea.
All right then. Go.
That.
All right then.
It's time. It's time.
Courage is maxed. So it's imagination, imagination, or imagination.
Let's go.
Well met.
As Visual is open with 3 times iron. Certainly no stranger to travelling, but I've no idea how to spend idle hours. The idea appeals, what we talk of it. Why not? Sea breeze is accompanied by a scent that soothes the heart, is it not? The aroma recalls the fresh seafood of Bralhaven. My imagination runs wild with possibilities of what awaits us next. The insects of such a fertile land must be most flavorful.
Well then.
Your passion for food is almost palpable.
True.
Much of what we consume is quite deadly if eaten raw. I merely honour the sacrifices of our ancestors who suffered so that we may dine safely and deliciously. I've experienced so many wonderful new flavours since our time in Matephor. At this rate, I've come to have high expectations for Virga Island. Virga is characterised by its isolation from the rest of the world, which I hope will result in heretofore unseen ingredients and culinary techniques.
Good.
Oh, I have a ravenous longing for Mistari cuisine, despite having never experienced it. Let's make haste to Virga Island.
All right.
Oh dear, bless her. It is a later hour than I realised. I know our journey demands ample rest, but I'd like to continue conversing with you. Hulkenberg and I talked for a while.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Luis has sent an emissary to Virga Island.
As reported by a crier.
It's the elder boy who brought Joanna to the judging.
So he stands with Luis, then. No doubt he seeks Dracodius.
A gambit to steal the public's gaze, perhaps. Taking a prize from the only land beyond the church's reach. Laughable. The reason we leave those barbarians alone is that we've nothing to gain from them. Your Eminence?
Merely a passing thought.
Let him chase the lance. It changes nothing. With the dawn of Saints' Day, your Eminence's authority will be unshakable as the mountains.
As long as we tell the public that these divine relics truly originated in Sanctism, yes, that should do. The candidates gathered at the Saints' Day Festival will be under the protection of the King's magic. Some of them may use that as a shield to sow violence and discord.
I am aware, Your Eminence. Please, leave everything to your humble servant.
Oh-ho!
And so our long sojourn at sea will come to an end today. We should arrive around noontime, but we must make preparations to berth beforehand. It seems like the weather will be hot and humid. I'd like to hope we could just pop in, grab the lance, and pop right back out. I'd be lying if I said I didn't wish the same, but we'd best prepare for a long stay. This island is infamously insular and closed off. Our welcome will not be a warm one.
Then...
Maybe I should take a nice cold shower before we arrive, even if there'll be a real inns for us to stay in.
Narrowly escaping the threat of the sea monster, the party rides the currents of the inland sea to their destination, Verga Island. Verga is a word given to the island by the mainland, meaning uncivilized. But its inhabitants give this name no purchase. Put another way, we are trespassers from a country that has unilaterally regarded the islanders as heretics. To forget this is to invite pointless conflict. As though it knows it is unwelcome, the Gauntlet Runner glides silently onto the island's less populated rear shore.
I can't take this heat. It's enough to cook a man alive.
All my air fur is stuck together.
Do we really have to go this way? There was a beautiful beach just over there.
Chin up now, milady. Easy to get a good backstab when you're coming up behind him, see?
There will be no stabbing, back or otherwise. Honestly.
It's at least true that coming at them head-on would only alarm them. First, we need to find out where this lance is.
You can bet the runner won't be spotted here, eh? Got the wide ocean on all sides. The old girl's not exactly unscathed from the beastie's clutches, so I'll stay back for a spot of repairs. Good luck on the lance hunt, what?
Who's there? Are you from the outside?
What's wrong?
I thought I heard a voice.
A voice? Whose?
All that salt air gets your head. Our chances out here already aren't looking too good.
So, how do we find this lance?
Ideally, we'd blend in with the locals, gather information. But if they really are all Mustari, that might be a bit tricky. Let's see. To start with, we could try staying hidden and observing the village from afar.
Sounds like a right hassle. How many days would you have us playing hide and seek?
Fair point. How long can we actually stay on this island?
Well, given the deadline for arriving in Altabury, it would be best to get the lance and leave by September the 5th.
The sooner we're out of here, the better. Let's go.
Bye, Neuros.
Hey, does this place look familiar to you?
We may be a bit lost.
Hey, Nasiba.
You're kidding! We can't afford to get lost on some godforsaken island! This is a disaster! Oh, I'm sweating through my outfit! And these weird bugs. I've had enough!
What I give for a snack and a cold tub to dunk me head in.
Need you voice every little complaint? You are not the only ones enduring this trek.
Oh yeah. Yep. It's Juna.
Quiet a moment. Running water nearby. Sounds like an open space. Could be a natural spring of some kind.
What? Really? Let's head that way. Phew. I suppose we might as well if we're lost.
Yeah, no.
Whoa! It's drinkable. Much clearer than the capital's water, too.
Oh, brilliant. I could use a dip to get the salt
Hold
off me.
on. Who are you? Can you hear me? Then surely you must be a messenger of the dragon god.
Is something amiss?
I'm imagining things.
Could it be a villager?
You must be the...
Priestess!
Hey, Del. Let's go.
Bastards.
Mainlanders! You're not of this island!
Wait, listen!
Seize them!
And you're doing about 85 minutes.
Behave yourselves.
Fucking hell.
Now, you're a candidate for the throne, are you not? He had to steal Dracodias, no doubt. And not content with that, you befouled the priestess's cleansing pool. We need hear nothing further. You shall all be executed.
Fastest trial I've had.
Calm down. First off, you can't kill a candidate. Have you not heard of the king's magic?
You beg for your life in vain, wretch.
Hail, I'm told the priestess is ready.
Fucking hell. I mean, I do get that, because sometimes I've been in like 40-minute ARAM games where it's just like, you know, Team A gets aced, and then Team B gets aced, and then it's just back and forth, and I'm just like, can we just fucking... Let's just fucking leave. Let's just end this shit and start a new game so we can actually play the fucking game.
Accept your fate. You're not getting out either way.
But I can't imagine doing that for fucking 85 minutes. Jesus.
What do we do now?
It seems the brothers have fled. Perhaps they've gone to report to Neurus.
I doubt it. Those thugs are here for the lance alone. They care nothing for us.
We can work with that. Can't return without the lance anyway. But I'd rather see if we can break ourselves out, instead of counting on them to save us.
By the way, anyone else find it strange that they recognized a candidate at a glance? I wasn't expecting news to travel this far.
Probably my fault, I'm afraid. They had a lot of questions, and they weren't gentle about asking. Well, fancy meeting you here.
You're that Sanctus crier.
The Omni Pain.
I was hoping the word of the Crown Theocracy might be worth something here. Turns out, they prefer chains to questions.
I mean, I don't play Dota, and I don't think I have a plan to, but I shall take your word for it.
But why are you here?
Why else? I heard some helpless, boneheaded twit of a candidate crossed the waters to Verga Island, so I naturally had to follow. I'd thought stowing away on that Mustari candidate ship might get me safely on the island, and, well...
And now who's the helpless twit? This is ridiculous! Why would a crier go to such lengths anyway?
2 hours and 4... Mate, you're fucking crazy. That's like a fucking... If I had I would, like, consider leaving.
Seemed as good an opportunity as any. I wanted a peek behind the Sanctus curtain, see what the truth really is. For now, we may as well be patient.
You'll have your opening soon enough. The people here, well, you'll find they aren't as monolithic as they'd like.
Okay, so this guy has ulterior motives. So I'd be interested to know what kind of person he is, or who he's entirely, actually.
Have you heard? The Sanctus Church has ordered its adherents to seize all divine relics.
Those zealots go too far. Surely this must be the reason for the Dragon God's wrath.
Don't be alarmed, everyone. Please remain calm.
Master Adeni.
There are trespassers upon our island, from ships other than the trade vessels. But we have already captured them. Reportedly, one is a candidate, and one is a crier from the Sanctus Church. They seek Dracodios, the lance of the Dragon God. Until now, the Church has hesitated to intrude in our homeland. We can only assume they are making their move.
I knew it. They think they're untouchable. No offense is beneath them.
That damned Borden. He's not just after our relics. He would silence us forever.
Master Adeni, put them to death! Let us see justice served!
Wait! Our captives have done nothing to hurt any of the islanders.
Why do you hesitate? If they would pervert our dearest beliefs, then they deserve only to be sacrificed. Our livestock are all maddened by disease, our seas are infested with grotesque horrors, and now even our fields lie dead and fallow. The Dragon God must be appeased, else we shall never survive his wrath. It has been our way since time immemorial. When disaster strikes, we offer a sacrifice to the Dragon God that he might ease our woes. It is the most basic of our teachings.
Everyone calm down. All this talk of justice, of sacrifice.
Master Adeni, would you see us repeat the tragedy of the past? With all respect, you abandoned your chase for the throne. You returned to your rightful home. Surely you have accepted that our traditions are the only way. Because of your indecision. Because you faltered in your faith to the Dragon God. Your father and mother both.
I will have silence.
Master Adeni, please. The sacrifice. We cannot simply suffer in silence.
My brother, do not fear. I have just purified myself for the spring. I'm ready to serve as our people's sacrifice.
Yufa.
I am a priestess. I have known from birth that my life's greatest impact would be as an offering to the Dragon God. Indeed, it brings me great pride. I can serve my village in a way the priestesses in times of peace could not. If our island might be saved, I will gladly give my life for it.
Oh, bless you, Priestess Yufa. We will not forget your sacrifice.
This will surely appease the Dragon God. You are our last hope. Priestess Yufa, our salvation, our future.
Prepare the ship. I will accompany her to the altar in the Dragon Temple, where Dracodios rests.
You catch that? The Dragon Temple. Sounds like that's where we'll find our lads.
I did a bit of reading on Verga Island once. Army reports say it's surrounded by an archipelago, otherwise uninhabited. And one of them islands is nothing but a massive temple.
Not another soul on them. Strange lot, these pagans. Gotta be bloody stupid to build your big important temple out where nobody can get to it.
Could be. Or maybe they weren't the ones who built it. Either way, we'll need a ship.
Sounds like we better hurry and bail our new crewmates out. All this stink in the square probably means less guards on duty.
Ugh.
Come on, Del, we can't leave him high and dry. The fair lady Juna likes him, don't she?
And the fair lady's the only one we have to rescue.
Awful cold, Del.
Not getting attached now, are you? You knew going in they might be our traitors. Look, you want to work together, then let me do the thinking, right? I've got all this under control. Oh.
Hey, Del, you're not still hurting from the sea battle, are you?
I'm fine. We'll wait till nightfall. Shadowy business, all this.
Fucking Del boy.
Lady Juna. Let's get those bindings off. Easy does it now. Calm down, you amateurs.
Oh, thanks. I'd hoped you'd come back for us.
We know where the lance is. Let's move.
Wait, aren't you going to untie the others?
We're your bodyguards, not theirs.
What? Since when do you follow orders to the letter?
I've already told you we can't trust these people, and now it's clear we can't even trust them to protect you.
He did a fine enough job saving your life out at sea.
Del!
He's one of us now. Lord Luis gave him direct personal orders, and you'd still leave him to die. I promised Lord Luis I'd keep an eye on him too. If you get him killed, I'm the one who's failed.
Hear, hear. 3 appropriately stealthy cheers for cooperation. And I'd be very much obliged if some generous spirit could get me untied too.
Ugh, better to let a church leech rot. You're annoying, and you talk too much.
Haha, I get that a lot. Funny thing though, I get more chatty the more distress I'm in, and I'm quite beside myself here.
Yeah, it's actually a decent Juna. And it's not a Una, it's a Juna.
We could just shut him up permanently.
No, Del. We don't want to leave a mess. If things get dicey, we've got some meat shields at the least, eh? Gonna need all the manpower we can get if we want that lance.
Is the lance somewhere dangerous?
Well, about that. Turns out this dragon god might be a bit more real than we thought. And more bent out of shape.
They're sacrificing some village lass to it, and the crowd was scared stiff besides. We can't rule out that this dragon's more than a folktale.
So we're to face a dragon? Well, that's just lovely. Untie everyone this instant. Or do you fancy better chances with fewer swords?
Oh, fine, I get it. Just give me a second. Oi, kid. Don't make me regret this.
Count on it.
Cheeky one, aren't you? Just don't get yourself killed, pup. Fine, just get over here and I'll let you loose. Oh, you're going last. Considering the size of the island, there's only the one settlement. The chief's young, too, goes by Edeni or something.
Edeni? Was he not the Mustari candidate we met before? I'd no idea he was this island's ruler.
He and the sacrificial maiden are headed for the temple on one of the deserted islands. That's where we find the lance. Oh, and the girl marked for death is his sister.
His own sister?
Something about appeasing the dragon god's anger. All these islanders worship it, and they say the calamities come from its fury.
Is that true?
Course not. Just don't know whether all this superstition is rooted around an actual dragon or a made-up one.
Fair point. I'm curious about this Draco Dios being a divine relic myself. If it was found in that temple, then the temple's probably an ancient ruin. Might be the perfect den for a dragon.
Should this creature exist, mortal sacrifice is beyond all reason. No torment is worth taking an innocent life for.
Oh, that's rich from a fallen knight. You think nobody makes sacrifices out there in the real world? Or is all that below you, eh? You ask me, I say at least these people are doing what needs to be done.
Huh, fair enough. Though it would seem beyond the pale, it is not our scale of morality that measures them.
Yet I refuse to stand idly by while innocent lives are at stake.
Who cares about what they do with their lives? We're here for the lance. Got enough problems without you trying to fix theirs.
These people offer up their very lives for peace. They'd only ever told me these lands were wild and uncivilized, but it's like seeing sanctism reflected in a mirror.
We'll get the spear, of course, but we won't let anyone die. That should be good enough. We've been saying it since the beginning. We help anyone in need, no exceptions. Right, my friend?
Yeah, of course.
That settles it.
Indeed. 'Tis the path we've chosen.
Yeah, fuck you, dog boys.
Let us withdraw to the Sea Runner first. It shall bear us across the waters to this temple island.
Go on. Give them a chance.
Please, help my sister.
Wait, he's...
Please help my sister Yufa. The temple full of Magla.
Pull yourself together, man. He's barely breathing.
Did he just say Magla? I wonder what happened.
We need to get him to the Gauntlet Runner. No, 'tis too deep a wound for its capabilities. To the village, then.
What, are you mad? You just broke yourselves out of that damned place.
We cannot leave him to die.
I don't understand you lot.
No, this could work out for us. He's the island's chief, right? If we save his life, the whole village might come around on us.
What are you talking about? We already know where the lance is. All we have to do now is take it.
And how about this? I'll follow him because I'm assigned to keep an eye on him. And you have to keep an eye on me because you're my bodyguards, right?
Fine. Be my guest. But if it comes down to you or the lance, you know I'll have to take the lance.
Lol.
Whatever happens, I can't trust anyone but my family. And my Lord Luis.
Well, Batlin, looks like you'll have to repay the favor a bit earlier than expected. Go tell Nearest what's going on. To be honest, it's possible we won't make it back.
Getting a bit messy, this. Not that I mind. Consider the favor returned. The Gauntlet Runner's just further down, right?
Right. We'll carry this man back to the village. Give me a hand.
Where am I?
Chief!
I'm still alive.
You're in one of my spare rooms at the inn.
You see, these people brought you here.
Wonders never cease. It's you. But you were being hunted. How did you manage to return safely?
2 of my companions acted as decoys to draw the soldiers away. That was all it took for us to sneak in.
Chief, what happened? Where is your sister?
We made it to the temple, but the air was thick with Magla. Some of the island's beasts have turned feral.
You mean the Melancholia set in?
They made short work of our guards. Yufa and I were separated. I was the only one who fled to the sea.
My word. Then we need to gather more troops. If we don't act, the ritual...
No. Our soldiers cannot stand against those horrors. We'd only be sending more to their deaths.
But...
Then we can do the honors. We've our own reasons to see the lance. And such monsters do not frighten us. But there's something I need to ask you first. Assuming we find your sister, what would you have us do with her? Are we ensuring you complete the sacrificial ritual? Or are we bringing her back?
Please, bring her home. When we left for the Temple Island, I'd intended to let Yufa escape. But when I saw no fear or hesitation in her eyes, I faltered. That's when I realized. It's not just the fate of the island that we've placed on her shoulders. She's been trying to bear all our fears and anxieties. Her life is in your hands. Even if her sacrifice would save us, I don't care. Please, save her from the curse we've placed on her.
What about him?
Well said. Spoken like a true leader. Leave it to us. I pledge we will see her safely returned. You've no objections, I trust, Captain?
Yes. Let's get her back.
Right. We're not in the business of abandoning people.
Right. We'll save your sister. In return, though, would you be willing to lend us Dracodios?
So be it.
What? That is the very symbol of our faith.
If they've the strength to overcome the Templars' trials, then they could have already taken the lance for themselves. Yet still they seek permission. I trust them. It seems like they really do believe in what they say.
But they're not like us. They're outsiders.
It doesn't matter what tribe they are. They're people just like us. If the race on the mainland taught me anything, it's that.
Wait, it'll take more than a day to save her, right? Not to be morbid, but will your sister survive that long?
She knows those halls better than I do. If she's found a safe enough chamber, she can stay out of sight. And I made sure to bring food to the temple when we left. She could survive for even 4 weeks. Yufa is a priestess. She knows her life is too valuable to the ritual not to keep going. Your offenses will be pardoned. Anything you need, I'll try to provide. So please, save Yufa.
You fucker.
Well, glad we talked our way out of being thrown back in a cell. This place is rather cozy, especially compared to a prison.
To be free of the bugs is its own comfort.
Wait, weren't you staying in Broilhaven? What kind of rundown hovels do you board in?
Finally, we may come and go as we please. Even if we must bow to Luis's whim, we need not draw the same ire.
I know, right? But lifting the prince's curse will only be the beginning. The public has to recognize him as the rightful king too.
Considering the road ahead, it might do to help as many people as we can while we hunt the lance. And ideally, keep the other candidates in check too.
All done with negotiations, are you?
I don't know what we'd do without you. It's amazing how you can lead those guards on such a long chase and turn up none the worse for wear.
Ha! No one alive can catch a couple of platypus lads in the woods.
Our job's to get the lance. I assume that hasn't changed? Then nothing else matters.
Stop being a fucking
Well,
wow, baby.
Let's lay out our situation. Our destination is the Dragon Temple, built on a nearby deserted island. Once there, we search the temple for the divine relic, Dracodios. And while we're in there, we'll also be looking for the village priestess, Yufa.
The hell we will. I thought we made it clear we were here for the lance.
Well, you go for the fucking lance then. Shut up, man.
According to Edeni, the lance's actual place in the temple is a close-guarded secret, known only to the priestess herself.
Never simple, is it?
We've got 2 problems to worry about. Firstly, by now, the temple's positively awash with melancholia. We should expect monsters, and lots of them. And secondly, there is a possibility that this dragon god of theirs is an actual living, and therefore angry, dragon.
Hope we don't have a battle like that ahead of us. But we'd better make sure we don't lose if we do.
And be quick about it, yeah? If you miss your deadline, Lord Luis will assume you're all traitors.
That puts our deadline in 17 days. Beyond that, we can't say if the priestess would survive.
Your pardon? You all, you're going to save Priestess Yufa?
Wouldn't have to if you hadn't sent her to die.
Yes, I know. You're exactly right. But you have to understand, not everyone here wanted sacrifice. To see a girl her age going willingly to die. She's as young as my own child. It's not right. So please.
We will see the girl safely home. You have our word.
It's a strange irony. We came only for the lance, but even that pursuit has earned us a chance to save a life.
Oddly familiar. You sought me intent on capture, and instead convinced me to join you. You have a knack for opening doors others have closed.
Well, let's get some rest for tomorrow. Getting lost in the wild and captured by soldiers really takes it out of you.
Ooh, ooh.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
what kind of place the Dragon Temple is.
We gotta prep.
Let's stock up on what we need on the island first. When you're ready, go on runners on the eastern beach of the island. Fucking Gallica, you're a bit of a beach. You know what I'm saying? Go on. Oh. Well, it's not much of an inn, is it?
Alright then.
Wow, that's quite a lot here then.
What's going on? What's going on?
Birds.
Huh?
Well now, what are we on about?
Hey!
Is there a face on it?
Hmm.
Apparently the bigger face on a rock. More qualified candidate is... I can't even see my face.
Let us have faith in Lady Yufa.
Excuse me?
Alright then.
Excuse me, can you go fuck yourself?
Alright then.
What does going up do? Oh, the item shop. Let's have a little look-see. Hello, mate!
I beg your pardon.
I was hoping for some items that restore MP, but we have none apparently. Armor and weapons.
What have we got here?
Klawang. What the f... There's a lot of stuff about hurting plant type monsters in there. I'm gonna stick with what we got. Check out this side. I mean, that is pretty damn good. I think we'll just stick with... I think we'll stick with what we got. Because I don't want to spend a load of money and it's like, oh look, it's, you know, all this amazing stuff that we could just find and you didn't have to spend all that money after all.
Just can't stand it.
I can't go into any of these, right?
Got a moment?
No. We can go up further.
Alright then.
Let's not.
Oh, the Elder's house.
We are witness to the wrath
All right,
of the gods.
Ouch. Alright, here's more.
Now, where was I? All right then.
We are witness to the wrath of the gods.
Alright, what are you saying? Here is the light seed. Yeah, go on then.
Whoa, isn't that?
Hey, mister.
What'll it be?
Hey, mister. Oh, it's you.
Weapons?
Hey, mister.
Damn. Need more wisdom.
All right then.
Alright. Only place I haven't been is that tavern. Damn, I didn't realise
All right then.
there's a tavern, but let's go back. Because once you explore the place, then you can fast travel to it, so it's always worth doing.
Let us have faith and leave it at night.
Oh.
Leave it out, mate.
Leave it out, mate.
All right then.
You fucker. Sorry, it's really aggressive today. You fucking can't leave it out.
All right then.
Looks like a religious painting of the island.
Check this out.
I wonder if that's the dragon god in the center. Could the woman below it be a priestess? There's so many people around them too. Almost looks like they're being attacked by the dragon god, doesn't it? Oh, some water, bruv!
All right then.
And we can go buy some meat at the other end. And then I guess we'll just...
Really now?
I mean...
Let's go.
Oh, okay. Guess we're all business.
Welcome.
Which is quite surprising considering we have 17 day... Oh, hang on. Top right, we don't have a day count yet. So maybe it's not actually started yet.
All ready for departure? Time to save that bally damsel in distress, eh?
So this is the Dragon Pepper. It's not too far from Virga Island, but we have to consider the currents.
Now then.
This place here.
Okay.
Let's see here.
This must be the temple with the lance. It's far, how long will it be? Currents are stable, we'll get there within the day.
You would pursue peril.
We've no time to waver. Are we prepared? Yeah, I guess so. Capital. I'll have you at the temple fast and you can say divine relic.
So we bring the fight to them.
Alright, we're off. Let's keep our wits about us. Do, do, do.
All right then.
Well, we're definitely
Let's go.
cooking.
Alright.
All right then.
Can I not really? Can I? Sorry, can I? Let me just. Well, ideally I'd like to get more wisdom so I can shop at that place, but I'd say that imagination, tolerance and wisdom are all kind of equal right now. There's so many chances for imagination on the nighttime, so let's see if we can get some tolerance.
All right.
It's better than nothing. I'd rather that than fishing or
Navigating the
whatever.
archipelago's currents north of Virga Island, the Dragon Temple comes into view. It is dedicated to the dragon god, Et. The wind carries the unsettling cries of beasts over the water, ensuring that even reaching the temple will be a trial. The gauntlet runner pulls into the shores of the isolated island, amidst surges of sinister magla.
We're here. Maybe the tide was with us this time, but that was a much quicker trip than I thought.
What's up, Del? You seasick?
No. And keep your eyes on them, not me. Don't want them pinching the lance and doing a runner.
You really worry too much, mate. Once you've got doubts in your head, you don't know how to let them go.
I mean, he's right, to be fair, but
That's the Dragon Temple.
Just as I thought. I've seen this exact view in historical art. It's as ancient as ruins come. Perhaps the reason the Sanctus Church doesn't want anyone near the island is that they want whatever's inside to stay buried.
I'd avoid it too if I could. The place looks totally overrun with magla. We're definitely gonna find some monsters in there.
This melancholia aura is most ominous. What is this magic? And from whence is it born? We only ever see it when faced with grave burdens.
Might not be unrelated. We know magic is possible without an igniter. In other words, magla can be controlled by the mind alone.
You venture that it springs from mortal minds?
Hey, you lot about finished. Let's get on with it.
He's right. Let's hurry on.
hey, you're all about finished. Yeet.
Oh.
Fuck is that?
Look at the entrance. What's going on here?
It's some kind of giant tree, right? But it almost feels like it's radiating pure magla.
We shall force our way through if we must.
The wood turns aside all steel. It's no normal tree. The Melancholia's influence, maybe.
That's the best you've got, old man. Too sloppy by half. I'll show you how it's done. Del, what's wrong?
Nothing, I'm sound. Just dizzy, that's all.
Hey, Del! Whoa! You're burning up! Why?
Allow me.
He was wounded against the human we caught out at sea.
Your foot is badly injured. It is infected and inflamed. What possessed you to hide this?
I said I'm fine. Stop wasting time.
A wound-borne fever can turn fatal. We should turn back.
She's right, Del. We've got to get that looked at.
Basilio, are you gonna listen to me or not?
Oh, please. You don't get to die like an idiot. From an infected foot of all things. Learn to rely on your allies. That's what a real warrior does.
Sorry, Del. I can't afford to listen to you this time.
You damned fool.
We need to get back to the village. Every second counts. Teleporting might be our best bet.
Right. We'll be seen, but we don't really have a choice right now. We can't get into the temple like this anyway. Let's ask around back at the village to find out if there's a way in.
Basilio, carry him to the bunk inside the Gauntlet Runner. Also, once we get moving, don't leave the room or look outside. We're charging home full throttle, understood?
What? Right, got it.
Hey.
Yeah, Gran, how's Del doing? You can help him, right? It's a good thing you came back immediately. One night more of this need be lost. But rest easy, boy. I've treated him with both magic and material cures. A good hardy power plus constitution should be all he needs to fight the fever. Okay, that's good. However, he'll have to stay on bed rest, even once the fever's down. If he pushes himself too far or too fast, he'll never walk on that leg again. I'd listen to her if I were you.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. And actually, there's one more thing we could use your wisdom on.
I see.
A giant tree in the temple. I didn't see it when I was in the area. If it's grown that much in such a short time, it might be magma exposure. The temple's positively weak in this stuff. I believe I understand. If your aim is to destroy this tree, a concoction known to the ancients as the Potion of Blight may be the wisest choice. Truth be told, there is no record of the ingredients needed to make it. All I know is that they're not found on this island. I've heard that something that induces thirst is needed. If you could bring me that, I'll try my hand at concocting the Potion of Blight.
Understood.
We'll track him down. If we want to get into that temple, we have to do something about that tree.
Let's give it a shot.
Alright.
Hey.
Sorry, lady, you know. I see it. Someone's got to stay and look after Del. Don't be silly, Baz. Of course you should stay with him. You know he'd chase right after us otherwise. Hate to say it, but we're short on time as it is. Think you lot might have to handle all the temple shite alone. Seems the debts are piling up, eh?
Listen.
You don't need to worry about it. This is about when Del would say something like, hey, they're gonna roll through with the lance. Waste them all. But me, I don't think you lot are so bad. I trust you. So we'll hang about here, and you sort out the lance and, well, priestess girl and all if you like. Can't exactly turn me back on your sister after what you've done for your brother now, can I? Daddy could stand to learn a lot from you, if you ask me.
Yep.
Don't worry, you leave it to us.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Nonetheless,
That giant tree's blocking our way to the Dragon Temple. Very much looking forward to covering it in the Potion of Blight.
But
Don't get ahead of yourself, though. Still don't have all the ingredients. Seems there's something about it that makes it tough to gather all of them here on the island. Indeed. 'Twould seem we have no choice but to track those down first. A maddening delay when both the priestess and the lance we seek sit inside the temple beyond our reach.
True.
We've no idea how big that temple is on the inside, nor what manner of enemies await within. It will likely be more difficult than any of our previous endeavours. That's how the game progresses, yeah? Or games do in general.
Let's focus.
Okay. Finish with deadline. Okay. Scorching heat. Okay. The ingredient for the Potion of Blight which causes things to wither.
Really?
We should start off by asking people in the village if they know anything about the potion ingredient. And picking up quests, which I can finally do.
What are my options here?
That fool. I told her how dangerous it was. Huh? Hey, aren't you the outsiders who promised to save Lady Yufa? If only you'd come a little earlier, then my reckless fool of a sister might still be alive.
What?
Did she pass away? Do you want to talk about it? Well, she was always a bit strange. Very interested in monsters. So she left home one day and set off towards a den of them, just to satisfy her curiosity. She really was a fool. This happened so many times the people of the island gave up on her. She'd come back unscathed every time before, but her luck was about to run out. There's been no news for ages. Ugh.
Please, I beseech
Would you be willing to avenge her? I'd sleep easier if you'd go to the Spire of the Blind Faith and slay the monster there.
Oh, I am
Thank you, I'm truly in your debt. Maybe this way your soul will find solace. There's a bird-like monster called the Leogron that lords over the tower. I think that's what's most likely, well, killed her. You should ask the informant in the tavern for the specific location of the Spire of the Blind Faith. And while you're at it, some more information on the monster.
Please, I
don't mean to send you into harm's way, but you seem capable enough. Please, help her rest in peace.
Let's give it a shot.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Should be easy peasy. How tragic. Let's kill that monster for him after we go speak to the island informant. Didn't it say that I could speak to Batlin, though? I mean, I'd much rather talk to him, especially if it's not going to cost me anything.
Let us have faith in Lady Yufa.
Aha!
Are you perhaps the boy who promised to save our priestess? If you're from the mainland, then by chance have you gone to the Lycaon Igniter shop in Grand Trad?
Yes!
Oh, Brigitte shop? Yeah, we're basically regulars.
Pardon?
Really? Could you do me a favour? I need someone to take this igniter to the shop and have it appraised. It's like this. Not too long ago, a trader came to our shores and sold this model for cheap, claimed it was a broken piece of regional craftsmanship. But if I'm right, it's an igniter. Pretty valuable one too. So I'm hoping the store can appraise it and back up my valuation.
What?
You're willing to just hand this valuable igniter over to people you met like a minute ago? I have to. I have no other contacts in Grand Trad, and the future of the Star is riding on this. Of course I could promise reward too.
No kidding.
Sounds like it'd just be an errand to the Royal Capital to get this igniter appraised. What do you think? Should we help? I'll handle it.
I am so grateful.
Thank you so much. It's in your hands then. Here's the igniter. I need you to get an official certificate of appraisal from the shop and bring it back here. You know where to find me. Well, simple appraisal shouldn't take long. End up in the capital. Let's stop by the igniter shop.
Let's give it a shot.
All right then. Leave it at night. All right then.
I'm not seeing any more quests. So I guess we'll have to use the informant.
Cheers.
You there. You're the one who's to save the priestess, and are you not? Nice to know there are good people outside the island. I'm afraid I have nothing material to give you in return, but I can share my knowledge with you. Ask me and I will tell you all that I know. You see, I once lived outside the island and worked as an informant. I'm now but a humble fisherman, but my knowledge of the surrounding area is still unmatched.
Fancy a bit of info?
What do you say? Anything you would like to learn more? Hey, do you happen to know where we might get ingredients for a potion of blight? You need to save the priestess. Ah, yes, that predicament. I've already looked into it myself, but I apologise. I wasn't able to find any useful information here on this island. I've heard that you may have better luck finding you need in the royal capital. Should be an informant there. Sure, they'll be glad to visit you.
Okay.
Got it. Makes sense, seeing how the royal capital is just full of unique things from all over. Let's check in with the city's informant.
Cheers.
So you have to save our priestess, and I'll give you all the information I know. Find a man of monsters over there, all are dangerous, but be especially wary of the moving stone statues and spectros. Swords and spears don't work against either of them. Spectros reflect bows and the like as well, apparently. There's also huge tree-like monsters, I believe they're called Alentos.
Just between us.
But they're what's tricky is that there are different types of elementals. The green ones weak to fire, but for the others, fire won't work at all. Lastly, I hear the green ones can use wind magic, so hold your ground.
Come again, Eddie.
That's about it. Stay extra vigilant.
Want in on this?
There's a place known as the Spire of Blind Faith down south. No one dares go near it though. Technically it isn't that far from this island, but due to the way the currents flow, one must approach it by circling about from the north.
But wait,
Spire of Blind Faith, like it's the very edge of the ocean.
We'll face danger here.
No shit. Worse yet, they say a monster dwells within the tower. It supposedly resembles a large bird with vivid plumage. It might be that it's just overly cautious, but the closer you get, the more violent it becomes. Best to attack from as far away as possible from the rear.
Don't say.
If we make good use of our formation, we might be able to get to attack without getting too close.
Just between us.
Seems like it's vulnerable to fire and pierce attacks. I'd recommend having those in your arsenal. I'd recommend shoving those up your arse.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, isn't
alrighty.
Leave it out, mate.
All right then.
Okay.
Hey.
Alonzo Barden.
Leave it out,
Hey.
mate.
Oh, hey.
Leave it out, mate.
All right then.
Leave it out, mate. Leave it out, mate. Leave it out, mate. Leave.
Where to?
Let's go.
Whee.
Uh-huh.
Cyocropus.
Uh-huh.
The contract this time was to exterminate the one-eyed monster Cyocropus. There's a cave near Grand Trad that used to be used by bandits. Some goblins chased them out, and it's a goblin nest now. Seems like the goblins are imitating the bandits and are attacking merchants and travellers. Can't leave them be. On top of that, the goblins seem to be following the orders of this one-eyed beast. We take it out before they cause more damage. Leave it to us. Thanks for your help, truth be told. We've already had a number of bounty hunters come running back to our between our legs. Goblins are in a cave called Scoundrel's Hold near Grand Trad. That village Lignow's on the way. They're supposed to have some real nice stuff there. I'd save up before going if I were you. As for the details about that cyclopean beast, the Cyocropus, well, the informer should know a thing or two.
Anything on you?
That's proof you've taken out the bounty. Bring back the enormous eyeball. With that, you'll get your reward. Count on you now.
Let's do it.
Just past the village. It's on our way, so why not stop by?
We'll face danger here.
Hey. Really?
Alright, so I've now got all the requests.
Let's head there right away.
Insult to the informant.
Fancy a bit of info? Want in on this?
Scoundrels holds a den for all sorts of riffraff. It's once the home of bandits, but has since been claimed by a horde of goblins. From what I understand, the goblins drove away the bandits who first settled there. Now they prey on any travellers unlucky enough to pass through. Just checking it was working. We heard about them at the recruitment centre. Are they really as wily as they say? Yeah, they're clever little bastards. The den was originally built by bandits, so pursuing the goblins within may prove to be tricky.
Just between us.
And it won't be just goblins you need to worry about. Also, the one-eyed Cyclops that's said to be in charge of the lot. Fighting the whole goblin horde would be a suicide mission, so that's probably why the bounty is the Cyclops. Some of the goblin cronies are capable of using magic, and they won't hesitate if it means stopping you. Problem is, if you eliminate them first, the Cyclops will have a meltdown, and good luck if that happens. So leave them alive and focus on disabling their magic while you take down the Cyclops. Spears and bows are effective here. That's about the extent of my information. If you still choose to go, stay vigilant.
What?
Heard of this potion of blight? Some secret concoction from Virga Islands, I recall. I believe it's made with an ingredient known as parch water. Visit the general store in Sunshade Row. Comfort Concoctions, it's called. I heard they recently got some in stock. Ah!
Alright then. Where to?
Oh god! Oh.
Alright then.
Requests. So... Queen Cuisine. Right, so this is Martira. I think it was the tavern in Martira.
Where to?
Let's go.
Made a couple of dishes with melon milk, so hopefully that's what she's after.
Think now.
Right?
Think now.
Ah,
Oh my. Hey?
I detect the scent of food on you. Our judge is worthiness, so please show me the dish you brought. A dish with soft texture that uses melon milk. It's got to be the bread, right?
Cheers.
So this is the dish you've chosen. It would seem it's a little more than plain white bread, however that distinct aroma. Ah, that... The gentle fragrance of fresh milk. You've used the melon milk that Martira prides itself on.
What are you playing
The
at?
soothing softness feels like it'll envelop everything. This is exactly the dish I was looking for.
Sure.
So I take it we passed? Indeed. People of this town needed a dish like this. I'm sure it will help give them the spark to move forward
I
again.
appreciate it.
Even I cannot hide my admiration. As promised, your reward. A little something extra included. Consider it a bonus for all your good works I've been hearing about.
Mission accomplished.
I wanted to bring smiles back to the face of the townspeople here, and yet I could think of no way to accomplish it. You, however, have provided a most brilliant answer, one that proves you genuinely care for this town and its people from the bottom of your heart. As such, I would be delighted to offer my support in your future endeavours. Chefs and kings alike must seek out new knowledge and new challenges to bring the people joy. Indeed, that is how I know you would make a fine ruler. You're too kind. It's a lesson I learned in my years at the Royal Palace. Once upon a time, the previous king too strove to make the country a better place. But at a certain point, the king lost the will to carry on. Hope you will not end up the same way. And now, I fear I must take my leave. Places to be? Why, I'm going to cook for the people of Martira. Their wounds of the heart have not yet healed, after all. And having tasted the dish you provided, I find my zeal for cooking renewed. I have much to learn before I perfect my craft. If, by chance, you were to become king, I would not be opposed to booking in the Royal Palace once again. And now, farewell.
Yeah.
Well, now we've got a world-class cook on our side. Better give this all we got.
Oh my.
Think now.
Oh my! Okay, fine. Oh, excuse me. I need to go to the magic shop in Grand Trad. The igniter shop.
Let's go.
Welcome.
I'm informed that we will not now allow you to purchase our magic igniters. Those are the words of the Association's Brigitte herself. With that being the case, allow me to help you in finding an igniter that suits your needs.
You have my thanks.
Those who see duty through to completion should be fairly compensated. This store's wares are yours to peruse from now on. Hey, remember that igniter you were supposed to get appraised here? It's kind of a special circumstance. Listen to what he has to say. I just want to see what we can get.
Welcome.
Requesting an appraisal, sir? Of course, I would happy to. If you would just allow me to take this item in question, then. Handed the unappraised igniter. Huh? Why, this is... May I ask where you procured this magic igniter? Bought it from Virga Island. In other words, this belongs to those pagans? Well, this is most unexpected. What I meant to say is this igniter is... I'm afraid that it's simply nothing special. And on top of that, it's broken. As far as igniters go, it's utter rubbish. Let's guess Brigitte. I'm sure our field representatives have more important matters to attend to. I understand, though, sir. Perhaps I was hasty.
An intriguing offer.
At a second glance, this is truly a remarkable find. It has many of the same qualities one will find in a divine relic. Perhaps you'd be willing to sell it to us. If the pagans were to make use of this, they would undoubtedly come into conflict with the Sanctus Church. I only seek to avoid bloodshed, of course.
Right?
Give it back already. Even if it was ours to sell, I'd never let someone who spouts such prejudiced nonsense have it, so we'd like that back now along with the report of the appraisal.
Splendid.
As you wish. So be it. Here's your appraisal report. It will be waived. It's time. Bargain igniter.
Okay then.
Isn't he giving us the wrong one? Well, now that we've got it appraised, let's make our way back. No, we definitely have the wrong one.
Right now.
What?
Where to?
Let's go.
Oh, wow. Excuse me.
Aha.
Wait, you haven't got my igniter appraised, have you? No, of course not. How would you do it so quickly? Appraisal is complete. Handed over the igniter appraisal certificate and returned a bargain igniter. According to them, it's all but high functioning. Sounds like a valuable find. Kind of impressive that you knew that from only a glance, actually. Thank goodness. My evaluation was correct, and that means my dream's in reach. Truth is, I needed a professional's opinion so I could test my own judgment. I had to open up an igniter shop here on the island.
Huh?
You want to sell igniters here? But aren't they, Sanctus creations? Yes. I know there are many islanders who don't care for them. It was your arrival here that got me thinking. Someday, this island will surely open up to the outside world. And when that time comes, I want igniters to help me be a bridge between our lands and the rest of the country. Prejudice against our people won't disappear overnight, but I think it comes from people's fear of the unknown. That's where I want to help. If the Mustari seem like unknowns, I can try making us known. Show everyone that both Mustari and Igniters aren't objectively evil. And you've proven there are people who can see past tribes, people who just want to help. Truly, you are my hope. You changed the world. Thank you. It's quite a boost to hear that from you. Oh, right, of course we got your reward. Here, take it.
Mission accomplished.
Gleaming crystal. I'll have to check that one out.
All right.
Farewell.
Good luck in the tournament. Do your best. You too. I bet you'll find some islanders who'd be glad to be a part of your dream.
right now.
Ooh, all stats +4. Very nice. Has anyone just got something with pure stats on? Not really, so we'll hold on to it though.
Really?
And what was the supporters we got? Alonzo Barden. No, fuck. This is what I wanted. Faker lineup. Meh. Meh.
All right then. Where to?
Gauntlet Runner.
Let's go.
Methinks it's the Gauntlet Runner I'm after.
Well, what do you want to do?
Alright, let's sort those bounties out then, shall we?
Now then.
So we've got.
We'll face
I can
danger
zoom out as well. So we've got this, which is 3 days.
Yeah, it's your.
Or this.
We have a pending
which is
request
2.
there.
That's the game with the bounty monster, yeah? How devious of it to masquerade as a bandit.
Let's be off.
Bloody,
It's your
bloody, blah. Yeah, that's good.
Great. Let's move out.
And in the meantime, I'm just going to be right back 2 minutes. I'll put some clips on, so I'll see you shortly.
What the fuck is that?
Chris fall from the chair? My god, Chris fell from the chair.
Oh god. I can't fucking do it. This is so fucking dumb. This is not good.
It's the egoists. I was not. I was saying it wrong. It's the egoists armlet. How's so? How are you feeling? Well, blank. You're welcome. Okay. What the fuck was...
Oh my god.
Here's one for the highlights, Sam. Staying alive, staying alive. Sorry. So, about that being your favorite cutscene, Scott. Well, Bast, I guess you were right. I'm So glad I put alcohol in this. So formal of me. Weird.
Get up early.
Enjoy your skibbity riz day.
Hey Scott, enjoy your day tomorrow, skibbity whiz, poggers!
Poggers?
Poggers is equivalent to the N-word. Poggers is equivalent to the N-word. I do not survive righteous fire.
Ow.
Kill.
Fuck off! No way! No way is this a fucking... Wait, what? Wait, what?
I'll tell you what happened.
Just say no or something.
I shot him. Quan said yippee-ki-yay, and then he came back to life.
What? I don't understand.
Scott is drawing stuff for college. Oh, of course. He's drawing at an academic level, shaming people who don't know how to draw. That is quality. Oh, hello. I go to culinary school. Let me try these cookies. Disgusting.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Uh-oh. Shit! Ah, I need to remind myself what the key bindings are.
Whoa! Why? Why?
Clip that as well.
For that? Who fucking put that in a game?
Clip this.
Stupid!
Clip this. Romantique! Oh, sorry, Lisa, it's over. Oh, he died!
Guess what, Ma? I'm going on a journey.
Oh, sick! So easy. Give me your fucking ribbon. So easy. You're a disgrace. Disgusting, invisible dirt. You just lost to somebody who wasn't even trying. I've not played the game once unless I was forced to. Pathetic. The coppers. Do not shoot the police or else.
No, it's 9:30. No.
But I'm sorry, it is
No.
9:30.
No.
It
No.
is, I'm sorry, Sam.
That's it, I'm contacting time. Tesco, this time you sold me. Bad. Sir, this is a herb.
Oh god. Sam sim. Oh wait, I should do this like
Okay.
it. Sam sim molto sexy e vorrei fare l'amor con te.
Play of our contempt is
Mercy.
Kinda ugly. Alright, I'll switch back. I love Sam. Oh god. It's Sam. Oh fuck's sake. Oh my fucking god.
And he's upset because I stole a bunch of his shit.
He ain't
Oh,
hunting
no,
shit.
He's not hunting because the door's open.
He is hunting.
He is? I just got outside. Haha.
Okay, he's in the kitchen, he's in the kitchen, he's in the kitchen.
Fuck.
Get the shit in there and get...
Sam, you better look at this on the camera. I'm gonna die on camera.
Oh yeah, he's in the kitchen. I just saw.
Chris just died.
Do it for the VOD!
Aw.
I got it out of the well. Isn't it an amazing rock? Oh! Okay. Okay. The kid found Ultima down a well. Okay. Max Payne, train driver. Oh shit, what the fuck? What is an infant? An infant doing in a place like this? What is it? What is that? You are very welcome. So if you ever hear a British person like,
"Oi, love, you want a shag? Do you want to go around the bike sheds and have a shag?"
then they want to have sex with you.
Shut the fuck up. I already know what's coming. Why? I didn't even render in. Why am I right?
There's a rendering issue there.
That happened for you as well.
Yeah, there's a rendering issue at that point. Just...
Well, I mean, I won't call that a rendering issue, I call that a race issue, actually.
That's our first single!
It's so fucking good.
Wayward, though my son may indeed be, he has made me proud. May you too know happiness.
That is voice acting right there.
I take a
Look at my enormous penis! Okay. This is an age-old ritual between male friends. Uh-huh. Come over here, View. Let's go together. Doesn't it feel nice to let yourself go under the stars?
This looks like a trap.
Yes. This is the place.
What you need. Oh yes, because I was supposed to... There's a dog. Somebody... You left your dog here. For £20, I will call you daddy. Somebody's gonna fucking get it. Oh shit. Well, I guess it's this guy. Come on, mate. Oh. I fucking missed. Sam barked live on stream.
God's sake.
You don't even have to donate. You can just fucking spread the word. You don't even have to spread the word. All you gotta do is just, you know, maybe your family is like in mental trouble. How do you say? You know what I mean?
Suffering from mental health?
Yes, have an issue, and maybe you can sort it out or find help, or maybe you yourself.
They're struggling with mental health.
We're here to help you. If you don't, fuck! You don't need. You don't need. Anna, you do the rest. My god, he's a silent watcher as well.
Are you ready?
Hypocrites, every last one of them.
Hope to see you then. I love you all. Have a good evening. Notch, I swear to God, if you copyright claim this fucking YouTube video because it's 10 hours of Minecraft calm music, I swear to fucking God, I will end you. I will end. Oh, come on, Linda. Here she is. Where are you two, bitch? She's a farmer! Come on, Linda! Unless I find something better to play, so.
For the record, I held shift, but it just walked.
I am fucking running because I saw her. Right. Should I bet? How in the fuck? We just saw her. When's my book coming out? I'm glad you asked, because Here it is! First ever. Ah, my fingers! First ever produced. Here we go. Ready? Oh, it's falling apart. That's how ancient the scripting is. The writing is ancient Egyptian. Hey Ignis, how many fingers am I holding up? Wait, have I just...
Leave it open. It's not cum. Cum is not a food. Do not eat cum. It's not Chris. He's not a food. And I do not love him.
What is happening?
And I've got no audio. Sorry about that.
The truth is...
Something I must tell the captain. Okay, let's have a look. Hulkenberg, Heismay. I mean, either of them is kind of meh. Who was it? Oh, it was the sniper this guy needed. Who else was it? Oh, it's Stroll that needed the general. Okay. What about Hulkenberg then? Oh, she hasn't got hers yet. Well, maybe we do it with Hulkenberg. Maybe we spend time with Hulkenberg.
Ah, 'tis you.
Have you not decided our plans for the day? Even though we mustn't let our guard down. I breathe might do us some good.
Sorry.
I apologise, but I must ask that we save training for another time. Right now I have some things I'd like to ponder alone. You need advice, I'm here.
If so...
Could you spare a moment from me then? It is about Rodan, the Knight Commander. My family found prominence through means beyond the wealth we lacked. Scholarship mostly, with some having developed a taste for politics. I was the outlier. My single-minded pursuit of martial arts put me quite outside their sphere, and considering my temperament, they had no idea what to do with me.
Yes.
My family offered me no meaning worth pursuing, so I volunteered for the Guard when I was still quite young. I thought that in the military I could blaze my own trail on strength alone, but, well, such ideals were meaningless to House Hulkenberg. Before I had the chance to prove my abilities, they had already made arrangements to assign me to the Knights, ensuring I wouldn't disgrace the family name.
But...
I was fortunate enough to meet Rodan in the course of my training as a new recruit. He was born into the storied rogue household, but his house dissolved and he joined the military after its decline.
That's why.
We were alike in that way, seeking to rise by our own individual efforts regardless of familial background. What changed him?
The truth is...
After our training concluded, Rodant was openly being considered for an appointment to the Prince's Royal Guard. However, instead, it was I, still tender in years, who was ultimately selected. Rodant lacked for nothing as a knight. He and I were equals in all things, save that my family had put the right words in the right ears. He was denied appointment to the Royal Guard. Instead, he was sent to the front lines alongside the common footman of the State Army. I'm sure he was frustrated. He made a name for himself and returned to the Order, but to see him rise to the rank of commander in such a short period of time. You feel inferior?
No.
Radant's current behaviour does not befit a Knight Commander, and it hardly bears saying that we cannot allow such abuse of power. Even if I am partly responsible for his attachment to power, nay, indeed, it would be all the more reason to intervene. I cannot help but wonder whether it's even my place to judge him. Even as I sought to carve my own path, my knighthood only came at my family's behest, and after failing to protect my charge, I left the capital a wanderer. All these lofty words, what weight do they bear from one such as I, a knight-errant and auror'd, failed in her solemn duty?
Listen.
A knight-errant is still a knight. You can speak as you please.
It's wrong.
I am no knight worth the pride of the order. Once upon a time I thought myself righteous. I respected order, brought many a criminal to justice, and saw many a punishment meted out. I don't know. Yet looking back, I know it was a matter of convenience, a way to disguise the weakling I was, my knightly standing a replacement for the family I had forsaken. Of course, in my time as a knight, I failed to protect the prince and abandoned my post to seek him out with no more honour than a thief in the night. I fled my family, I fled my knighthood. Redanth, he sees this in me, clarion clear. Who am I to claim any chivalry over him?
So then...
So you would repeat the past and run from Redanth? No, I was simply afraid to face him, and afraid of facing who I once was.
It'll be fine.
But I'll help you through this, no matter what.
You know...
'Tis the way of a broken sword, I suppose. Brute force will avail it nothing, eh? But still.
I see.
Well, yes, that sword. Perhaps I've lost sight of something very important indeed. But you've always been there to remind me. I am truly indebted to you, Captain. Know that you have my sincerest thanks. Oh, but it seems like she's realised something, since a further deepening of our bond.
Tis finally time I settled this. Sorry.
If I may, I'd like some time alone with my thoughts. When I found my answers, let us speak here again. Still just holding the sword in her face, like that.
Coming into view is the village of Ligno, a frequent stop for capital-bound peddlers and merchants, experienced traders who have withstood the trials of all the world's cultures and customs, gather here with rare goods found nowhere else. Though the village has waned in light of the influx of monsters, it remains an important hub of commerce. Here in this corner of the world, the Gauntlet Runner arrives.
Giving it some thought?
There's something here. I want to make a quick detour if we continue on. Yes! I'm down for that. Ligno. Lignables. I must say, this village is unusually lively. There's a lot of strong people from different tribes. Yes, merchants en route to the capital tend to stop here first. That doesn't surprise me. It feels more like a mercantile commonwealth than a traditional village with a lord. Oh, I bet I can find some very goods here. Do you think they have perfume? There's been a strange odour in the Gauntlet Runner I've had to combat. I say, you accusing my Gauntlet Runner of being stinky. It is not your Gauntlet Runner.
Let's go.
I see a shopkeeper. Let's go shopping before we start a brawl. Whoa. I was all fucking weapons for her anyway. I think I'm gonna buy those.
Now then.
Hey.
You're done with your business here? Yeah, let's get going.
Hey.
Back to it, huh? Alright, to the runner. Let's do that.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at an encampment, and
then what I'll do is I can see
they breathe a
who's weak to what.
of relief. Yet the day draws to an end, and all
Could
are
pass
left
out.
to wonder how to spend the evening hours.
Oh, excuse me.
All right then. What now?
Alright, so I'm weak to piercing. How do I... Stroll currently is weak to ice. So for example, we can give him... Oh, we got that thing! Ooh! Anyway. I think it was blue? Great increase evasion in ice, so we give him that. I think Hulkberg just has to stay with that, it's just too crazy. Lightning, so he's got the steel though, so we'll keep that on. Do we have anything better for you? Just worried about... As for me, I can do magic plus 6, or I can do all stats plus 5. I think we'll leave it as is.
Alright then.
Anywho, what can we do? So we can talk to Heismay. Let's do some cooking, definitely, while we're here. Might have some new recipes and shit that we can make. Never mind, but apparently I've not made this before, so we might as well.
Let's check.
Yes, I don't make.
Alright then.
So I think it's gotta be...
Let's head there right away.
Doing the Heismay thing.
Ah, it's you.
You know, raising the bond is definitely a more important thing. Well, hello there. All the time we spent in battle, it's good to rest our wings every once in a while, eh? If you're free, might have a moment of your time? I wish to clear up a misunderstanding. Like you to let me tell you about the village. I'll listen.
Yes.
Then let us speak over a drink. I'll serve you something, assuming you prefer a drink more tame than my usuals. What happened back in my hometown? You should know it wasn't Tadari's fault, even if he's the village leader. The village has always ostracized others like that, even when I was there. It's not their leader's fault. You're still defending him, even with the urn being stolen?
No.
Not exactly, but I know he's prepared to do what's right. Almost tragically so.
No?
Most of the tribes hold little love for the Ujif, but in my youth, we lived near 2 settlements of mixed peoples. We traded, travelled, relations were good. Until one day, conflict arose between the 2 settlements themselves. They began to feud, and both sides asked that our village side with them over the other. They wanted a decision from us. We were asked to choose who was friend and who was foe.
However...
Yet the village put off the decision. They took no sides, and sought to appease both settlements. While we stayed the course of our hesitancy, their dispute was resolved.
Hold on.
What ended up happening to your village?
And then...
The village lost the trust of both sides, and they cut off all their trade. We were suddenly left impoverished. They called us Ujif inscrutable, unknowable, and their prejudice only escalated, even led to some violence, and yet... The village tried to justify their predicament by saying there was nothing they could have done. They took no action to escape poverty and isolation beyond their bitter lamentations. That, more than anything else, disgusted me beyond words, so I abandoned the village and ventured out to become a knight of the cities. But Tadari remained to take a stand. While I simply ran away, he took a role of leadership, determined to bring honourable change to our village.
Listen.
You're honourable too, Heismay. You did nothing but run away? There's a broader difference between me and Tadari. And yet, as we've seen, the village is still a long way from the change he strove for. The villagers are rigid in their mindset. They hope to maintain the little control they have by excluding and blaming strangers.
Oh,
All the backbiting and even the theft of the urn, all born of this clinging to separation, this xenophobic nest. I can't help but pity them. A fair enough assessment, in some ways. They've entrapped themselves, but you know, when I returned there, a thought struck me. I suddenly knew. I would like to let my son sleep on that hill where the sweet winds blow, that they may run free where he cannot. And yet perhaps the reason I'm so attached to my village is because I'm the same as them at heart. It was my indecisiveness that cost me my son and my knighthood besides. This burial was no different. To think I waxed on about it being time to face his death, an excuse, nothing more, an excuse to run from yet another decision.
No.
There's nothing wrong with hesitating. But now my son is the one paying for my wretched hesitance, and see what has become of him. How can I call myself a father? So you're just going to give up?
No.
I refuse to let this end here.
Right.
If hesitation is in my nature, then so too do I hesitate to let go. Perhaps this is simply who I am. Captain, I have a confession to make. When the urn was stolen, somewhere in the back of my mind, I felt relief. Because I'd not have to see it anymore. I'd no longer be reminded of his death, his heartbreaking absence. I don't want to think of it. I don't want to face it. How could I when every reminder shatters me? That's why I put off the burial longer and ever longer. But I must change. I would show my boy I'm a father worth of his love, not his shame.
Surely.
And so too would I prove this to you, you who placed your trust in me. I feel Heismay's fatherly determination and deep trust in me. I can feel Heismay deep in me.
My son.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I will soon depart for the village to look for my son's remains. My apologies for what you've been made to endure. Of course I'm coming with you.
Thank you.
I thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Let's head to the village together at a later date. Oh boy.
Alert! Alert, I say!
An enemy attack. Time to muster people. They've reached the deck already. Don't let them hurt the runner, I beg you. Gotta wake everyone up and head to the deck.
Hitting us while we're asleep is dirty fighting.
Oh my god, why is she here? I literally wasted... Oh, is she just in my party and I've never changed it? Fucking get out of here. How do I swap again?
The rest is yours.
I can't afford to hold back.
Pierce attacks won't get through.
Oh, I have to... Oh, actually, this guy's fine.
Let's wrap this up.
Oh my god!
Hold back. Wind.
These guys are weak as fuck. Oh, I'm strong as fuck.
There. Come on, everyone.
Let it face me.
They're weak to fire.
Nothing
Keep this
Go on.
place up.
Heismay.
I'll be taking that.
Why, hello there, treasure.
You'll be dust.
Fucking hell.
They chose the wrong opponent.
Appreciated.
Thank you. Nice work out there. I should keep the baddies at bay for now. And you get the craft safe and sound too. Now then, have a good night and sleep tight.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Bum, bum.
What to pick? What now?
A new power to wield.
I had something in my mind. Oh, party. Yeah, she's not in the party. So why does she keep showing up? Leader, party, Heismay. Oh, there we go. Oh, so it just removed him. What the fuck? Why? Alright, well, either way, he's back in the party now.
Alright then.
Hey!
Just double check. Okay.
Alright.
So we've got courage, which we don't care about. That's literally it. So we're going to do some cooking, obviously.
Let's check.
I'm only making one dish at a time.
Hey.
Because I don't want to use up all of my resources. In case I come across like an ingredient and then I can finish off another recipe, you know? Right, where's the books that have tolerance on it? No. No. Yes.
All right.
The Gauntlet Runner finds itself at the Scoundrel's Hold, a cave system beneath the sand and rock, dug out by bandits over untold years. There were once treasures hoarded in the sprawling paths, but with the arrival of the monsters, only a vast labyrinth remains. The party wanders into the caves, now merely the wreckage of the bandits' dreams.
Is this the place?
So this was the Scoundrel's Stronghold, was it? And our bounties at the end of it? Yep. We're here for a giant guarded by a horde of goblins, but of course there's other monsters in there too. Goblin horde, is it? They're capable of surrounding us. We ought to prepare tactics for cutting down many at a time.
Oh my.
Goblins? Worry not, love. My magic shreds goblins, whatever they amount. She who laughs at goblins shall cry bit by it in due measure. Beware of pride.
All good.
Walkerberg's right. Goblins are one thing, but adding a giant complicates matters. We can't be too careful.
Gosh.
Alright, I hear you. Let's get this over with and vacate the dreary den straight away. Just a second, I sensed something. Oh, it's a relic then. Something there.
So hey.
Okay. So let's read that scrap of paper.
Want in on this?
Really?
Just between us.
Spears and bows. So we want Gunner!
My aim is true from any vantage.
Sure. Alright, but for today, that's going to be it from us. So, just to give you a sort of update on the rest of the week. So, Wednesday, there probably is like 50-50 chance of there being a stream, so not sure. Thursday, probably more of this. And then Friday, we're going to start the new Diablo 3 season. So we'll probably be playing that like Friday and over the weekend, and there might be sort of 2 streams where we play Diablo 3 and this. So either way, that's kind of the plan for the week. So yeah, Thanks for hanging out, chatting, and whatnot. And I shall see you, if not tomorrow, then Thursday. Take it easy. Have a good night.